different enemies in Ghostrunner, and some of them are pretty hard to deal with. But this guide will help you with strategies to deal with them so that you can get better times when speedrunning. Also, I would really appreciate it if you were to subscribe and follow my Twitch, as I am getting close to being affiliated. Links are both in the description. Now let's get on with the guide. The first and easiest enemy is simply just the gunner. He shoots once every second, which is fairly easy to deal with, and his bullets are also deflectable. They are also easily dodgeable with a sensory boost, so use that to your advantage. The second enemy is the SMG gunner, who is a little harder to deal with than just the regular gunner. He shoots a burst of 12 bullets in 2 seconds and then does a 2-second reload, and the bullets are also deflectable. I think that the best way to deal with him is to DSJ to his side to dodge his bullets while being able to get close enough to kill him. The next enemy is the shield gunner. He has a 180-degree shield that blocks attacks, but it does not block abilities. Also, when you run into the shield, it knocks you back. It shoots a burst of 3 bullets every 2 seconds. When dealing with them, make sure to kill all other enemies so you don't get shot in the back when trying to get around his shield. Also, if you are trying to get above it, make sure you are pretty far away from it so that he doesn't hit you. The next enemy is the ninja. He has no ranged attacks, but he takes 2 hits to kill, and you can only kill him when he lunges at you. He is pretty easy to dodge by just strafing, and when there are multiple ninjas grouped, they lunge at you one by one. If you attack a ninja when it isn't lunging, you get launched back. Also, like the shield gunner, you should only attack the ninja once all other enemies are killed so that you don't get shot in the back. The next enemy is the sniper, who can kill you from any range. The sniper's bullets cannot be deflected by your sword or tempest. If it sees you, it charges up its attack for 1.5 seconds, and if you don't get to cover in time, it will kill you. Also, sometimes it will instantly kill you if it starts charging up its attack, and then you go into cover, and then you go back into its line of sight. The next enemy is the tank. They attack from close quarters, and they jump at you. They are pretty simple to deal with, just dash away if you know they're jumping at you. Also, if they're close enough, they punch you instead of jumping at you. The next enemy is the turret. It is immobile and basically the same thing as the sniper, except it only kills you if you go into its sight. And its sight is indicated by the blue lines. Sometimes killing turrets is faster than waiting for its sight. The next enemy and the most annoying is the crawler. They can be very annoying to deal with, especially when you are dealing with other enemies. They will constantly run towards you until they get close to you, and once they are close enough, they will explode and kill you. The best way to deal with them is to wait for them to get near you and then dash away. They are by far the most annoying enemies and my least favorite. The next enemy is the porter. They will shoot 3 bullets at you and then teleport away. Its bullets can only be deflected by tempest. And you have to be very quick to catch them as they can teleport pretty far away. The final enemy is the robot, which is probably one of the hardest to deal with. He shoots a beam of energy at you every 2 seconds, and the energy is only deflectable with tempest. You can dodge them if you crouch under their shots, but it is pretty hard to time the crouch. Also, make use of grapples because they allow for easy dodges. That was all of the enemies. Now let's take a look at the bosses. The first boss is Tom. It is found in the level The Gatekeeper. It has 3 phases. The first, where you have to climb to the top and cut down one of the ropes. The second, where you climb to the top again while dodging fire that is climbing up the walls. and the last phase you have to break its core. The first and second phases are probably the hardest, but you can utilize a speedrunning skip to skip the whole second phase entirely. To do this, you go to the very top of the first phase, then stand on top of the last grapple hook, then you DSJ to the opposite rope and break it. This tricks the game to put you in the last phase. This trick is also pretty difficult to do, but it comes with practice. The next boss is Hell, who is found in the level In Her Own Image. This boss fight is very fun, but it can be a little hard as there are no checkpoints. To kill her, you have to block her attacks until the blue bar goes down. Once it goes down all the way, you can attack her. And you have to do this 4 times in a row to kill her. After you kill her, you go into the Cyber Void to unlock the ability Surge. There is also another big speedrunning skip that allows you to skip the entire fight and the Cyber Void part. At the start of the fight, you have to turn around and then go to the platform behind you. Then you have to DSJ and ledge boost off of the platform to get to the pillar. Once you are at the pillar, you can get to the top by continuously dashing up. Then you go to the exit. After you do the skip, you have to go back to main menu and select the next level, because if you don't, the game puts you in the Cyber Void. The final boss of the game is Mara. She has 3 phases and about 4 different attacks. At the end of each phase, she does her jab attack, and when she does it, you have to stand in front of the electrical boxes on each side of the arena. Then when she hits the electrical boxes, you can slice her tentacle off, which then activates the next phase. The best way to be good at Mara's boss fight is to practice it, because the sequence of attacks she does each phase is always the same, so it's best to practice it. That was all the enemies and bosses in Ghostrunner. Thanks for watching, and I hope this guide helped you.